Hi everyone, here I am with Ian Jefferies. Ian has been a good friend of mine. We've known each other, well, let's not say how long. That'll give away our age. Ian has recently completed the XFM documentary. I'm super proud of him. We went to see it the other day. Ian, welcome. What's it about, mate, and what's the story behind it?
Well, hi, mate. Thank you for having me on. Story behind it is basically XFM was a station that started sort of early 90s or sort of 92, 93 periods, RSLs. They were trying to get their license. And then finally in 97 to 98, they got their license. And it sort of changed radio forever, really. You had Steve Merchant on there, you had Ricky Gervais, Stephen Lamacq done a turn on there, John Kennedy, Keith Cameron, Gary Crowley, Claire Sturgis, Jim Benner. And it changed radio forever, because I think at that time, people seem to forget that Oasis, Blur, Prodigy, these people were not played on the radio, not daytime radio. They just weren't.
They weren't. I remember that. I remember
until XFM. XFM come along, you could turn XFM on 8 o'clock in the morning and hear Kick Out the Jams by MC5, or you could hear, Public Enemy. And, how amazing is that?
It is amazing. It seemed amazing at the time that Simon Mayo was on Radio 1 and he would play Blur and it was like a shock horror thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Or you had to wait till the evening for Q103 or like Steve Lamacq to come on. That was the only place where we heard music that me and you liked.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Or in record shops or around friends' houses. So, what do you call it? So, what was it like meeting all those people? Was it,
do you know what? It was really amazing. Back in the day, both of us were in bands. And we done some dates with Claire Sturgis, funny enough, which she couldn't remember, which I spoke to her. So I met her back then anyway. She couldn't even remember her name being bigger than Muse on the paper, because Muse supported us. I just thought I'd get that in there. And so, it was lovely meeting them all. Keith Cameron was so lovely. John Kennedy was so lovely. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, all of them were genuinely beautiful people and lovely people to be around. Steve Lamacq, Dane Arnold, you could go on, really. They were all really nice,
And full of good stories? Was it a joy to be around them? Was it,
I think it was a joy to be around them. It's a real shame because some of the stories we couldn't put in there, there was a couple of stories, Mr. Edwards on there, basically he used to look after David Bowie, and there were some stories that he had of David Bowie where they went on BBC Breakfast Time, but Bowie would only go on there if he could tell the weather, if he could tell the the weather for that day. Which I don't know if you knew about that story, but he actually did. He became the weatherman.
Oh right. Oh okay. So it was like a little thing. It was like a little thing he wanted to do.
Yeah, he wanted to tell the weather. Yeah, he wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite cool. But does it fit in with the XFM story? I sort of
probably not.
Yeah, no.
But
good anecdote.
He did hang out at XFM. He was in them offices. You saw the picture in the doc.
Yeah, no, it was good. There's loads of good bits I was surprised about. I think it was very London-centric. Could you pick it up where you were then, in Welland Way?
Well, I was in Hitchin then. So I had to change my room around to get the aerial to hang out. I really did that, I promise you. It's Claire Sturgis' programme. I loved it. So, yeah, we did get it. It was faint, but we got it. We did get it.
No, you've done well. You've done well. What else have we got here? So, what do you call it? Reception so far, you've got some 5-star reviews. That's amazing.
We did.
Mate.
That is amazing. Yeah, I'm just so proud that we that everyone that has worked on it, like Paul Hallam came with the original idea, which was, that no one really wanted to do. He went to Jim Benner and he was like, look, honestly, it's just not, no one's going to be interested in this. Gary Crowley didn't think anyone would be interested in it. So I'm just proud for all of us, really, that we really went for it. And, to get a 5-star review. So how cool is that?
Mate, it's well cool. I'm super proud of you, and I know all the kind of the pain that you went through to kind of get there. And we don't need to dwell on that at all. But it's when you get something done, that's a very good feeling. I could see, when I was with you last week, you looked buoyed up. Do you know what I mean?
Mate. Yeah, and exhausted.
You did look exhausted as well. I'll give you that. Any future plans? What you got on the horizon? What's coming your way?
Got a really cool one next. We nearly finished it as well. We've got about 3 more interviews to do. and then name dropping, we're flying out to Miami to interview Iggy Pop, which is probably one of the last interviews for Irving Welsh's documentary.
Oh wow, that'll be good.
Yeah, so that's really, I mean, that is mega. And then next year, we got something really special next year, which I can't talk about at the moment. But I've spoken to you about it separately. But it's very special. Very special.
I know about that, and it's slightly connected with what we do. But let's leave that there. Let's leave that hanging there, as they might say. Let's change the subject. In front of me, I've got two of the, inspired by the Oasis tops that Noel wore at Nebworth. You was at Nebworth. You loved it. Tell us a bit about it. Can you remember the songs? Remember the day? What were your feelings? I think
Nebworth was probably the last great happening, really. Like everyone has talked about when that documentary was released. I think I said it on the night when I was being interviewed. When I was a kid, I used to read a lot of books about the summer of love and how great that would have been, and all these great bands on one bill. Well, that pretty much was Nebworth. That pretty much was XFM. That was our summer of love. If you remember, everything was great, Andy, wasn't it? Everything was great. You'd wake up and there'd always be a gig to go to. There'd always be something to do, wouldn't there? It would be like you wouldn't stay in,
We were products of the 80s where there was nothing to do. And then that felt like everything, didn't it? I do totally agree with you. Us being in bands was because there weren't bands like us to go and see. And then all of a sudden you see bands like 530, yourselves, and you see Oasis come through. Amazing. But
530, I mean, how great are they?
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Anyway, two old men rabbiting on. So, Ian, I just got to do a couple of things. So we got these Nebworth tops. Can you remember him wearing them? I
remember the white one. I distinctly remember the white one, definitely.
Yeah. They sold very well last year. People have asked us to do the red ones, so that's grand. Ian, thank you for your memories. Thank you for coming on and just having a quick chat with us. Always good to talk to you.
No worries, mate.
I think that's about it. These are live on the website very soon. What else? If you like this video, we've got plenty more on our website, and you can find them at modshoes.co.uk. Thanks. Can
I just say before we go, if that's all right?
Yeah.
We're doing a premiere in Manchester on the 22nd of September at the Savoy Cinema. There's some tickets left available. There's going to be a lot of faces down there. So we wanted to do something in the north, and a lot of the bands are going to be. So you got the Ras playing, you got the Chase playing, got Garden Party playing, and then there's a special guest. So if anyone wants to come and do that and watch that, come and hang out with us. It'd be really great.
Right, mate. I'll make sure I cut this little bit of the video so everybody can see that. That'd be fantastic, mate. Of course, we'll be all over that for you as well. All right,
okay.
Mate, right. Thank you for that, Ian. Sorry, man, you're quite welcome to jump in. You did the right thing.
Cheers, mate. Thanks very much.
Anyway, if you enjoyed that video, go and see Ian's thing. It's fab. It's on Sky Arts as we speak, isn't it?
Amazon Prime, Sky Arts. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Good man. Just search for XFM, Sky Arts, I think.
Oh no, Sky Store. Sorry, not Sky Arts. Sky Store.
Right, sorry, man.
Right,
anyway, thank you for your time, Ian, and cheers for now. Bye bye.
Much love to you guys as always. Thank you.